Hey, good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm sorry I'm late with my broadcast. This week has been crazy. For all of you parents out there, this is now the start of summer camp. So my days are turned upside down because I am a shuttle slash mom Uber driver before I even get to work. So I'm taking my kids all over Atlanta doing different camps. But for those of you who do not know, I'm Dr. Janelle O.D. I am the CEO and clinical director at Brilliant Eyes Vision Center. Brilliant Eyes is my private practice that I started back in 2010. So this month we are celebrating our ninth business anniversary. And I started my practice cold in 2010 without a record to my name. My building that I'm in used to actually be a bank. It was a Washington Mutual that closed down. And 2010 was the heart of the economic downturn. And it was noticed one of the roughest economic periods since the Great Depression. People were losing their homes, businesses were closing. It was a rough time. And before all of that, I was getting my business plan. Things were great. Started build out. 6 months later, the economy tanked. And that's when I'm open. And I'm glad to say that I'm still here. So what I do is I teach doctors how to survive private practice. I coin myself as a survivor, or I'm surviving. I haven't completely survived because I'm still in private practice. Just shy of a decade. I've been practicing 13 years and been private practice owner now for almost 10. And from the first day I started, I thought about growth and at the same time my exit strategy. So I'm 40 years old, so in the next 10 years I'm going to be planning my exit because I want to be able to live the latter parts of my years enjoying myself. So the purpose of the broadcast today is to teach you how to survive private practice. So each week I come on and I give you some nuggets of some things that I've picked up over the 9 years that I've been open. I am not perfect. A lot of the things that I pass on to you are things that I had to learn the hard way. A lot of the things that I've learned and done over time to grow my practice, I did myself. I didn't have the luxury to outsource and pay for big fancy firms and different consultants to help me grow my business. I had to learn. And I think it's important, your initial business for you to have a full understanding of what it takes for you to run the business. So that way, if you ever want to start any other business, whether it's a private practice, a yogurt shop, you have a true understanding what it takes to survive a business or a practice. So today our topic is on creating a niche. So when you hear the word creating a niche, what do you think? What is the first things that come to mind about creating a niche, especially in practice? Usually with most doctors, when you hear the word create a niche, you're thinking about services, particularly services or procedures that maybe some of your colleagues or competition in the area are not providing, or services that may have a higher potential for revenue, which that is a form of creating a niche. But I want you to even think even more simplistic and back up a little bit before you get to the services. So when you're creating a niche, to me, and which I've done in my practice, and I think this is what helped my practice grow, there's about 4 things that you want to consider. So let's go all the way back. When you create a niche for your practice, basically what does your practice stand for? What are you known for in the community? What do you want patients to walk away knowing about your practice? What makes your practice different from the practice down the street? And not that you carry a certain designer frame or not that you provide a certain procedure that one practice doesn't, but let's go a little deeper than that. What makes your practice different in the efforts of creating a niche? And I think it starts with your mission and your motto. So I'll just kind of tell you what the motto is at Brilliant Eyes Vision Center. Our motto is promoting healthy eyes for a healthy life. And when you have a motto or a mission and or both, you want to make sure that it's something tangible, not words that just sound good, so that you're actually able to live that motto daily throughout your practice. And when patients say, wow, I've never been to a practice that's done ABCD, then you can confidently say, well, that's the motto of our practice. Our practice and our actions demonstrate this model. So my motto is promoting healthy eyes for a healthy life. And that has been the foundation of my practice since I opened. My motto is in the office, visible when you first walk in. I have a big structure, a glass structure with a logo, and right under it says promoting healthy eyes for a healthy life. And when we promote healthy eyes for a healthy life, we don't just say get an eye exam every year. No, that's obvious, but we want to promote healthiness of the eyes and the entire body throughout your life. So promoting healthy eyes for a healthy life. So that means throughout the exam, education is paramount. Not only to just do the exam, give a brief overview of what happened, but to thoroughly educate the patient so they walk away feeling empowered and they say, wow, I've never had anybody explain my eyes to me on the level that you have. And I say, oh, well, great. I'm glad you enjoyed your experience, but that's the model of our practice. We promote healthy eyes for a healthy life. Education, particularly educating our patients on the importance of overall eye health, is the foundation of our practice. And that's what I say to our patients. So you want to make sure that your mission, your model is something that's tangible, that you can actually demonstrate daily. And then when a compliment is given to you about the practice, then you can resort back to that mission. So it shouldn't be, yeah, our practice is better than the practice down the street because we sell high-end designer frames. Okay, that's great. But what are you doing that if your practice was to be sold, closed down, or you died, they would say this practice really stood for X, Y, and Z, and it was clear in the community what you stood for. Also within the education, a niche could be being a culturally sensitive doctor. I have a lot of patients come to me because they've left doctors because they're not culturally sensitive. Culturally sensitive means, that you have a deep understanding of other cultures. You may not practice those cultures, but you have an understanding and you have a tolerance for difference. So that when patients come in your office,